Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of Material Study. My name is Ekele Samson, the material specialist, onshore and offshore. Today we'll be talking about flanges. Flanges, as you can see, I'm in a flange container, you can see. Here is a flange container and we'll explain more on flanges. We'll be looking at flange measurement and evaluation, how to measure a corroded flange. You can see here we have a corroded flange without any information. Now, how do we get the information of a corroded flange? This flange is, you can see, is a stainless steel flange with properly inscripted 8 inches 300 raised face, and this one is corroded. The information is not there. So how do we get it? So what we want to look at majorly today is how to get the information of a corroded flange, measurement and evaluation of flange. But before then, we'll be talking about concept of flanges, types of flanges. We'll look at flange rating, classes of flange, and phases of flange. Then before we go into measurement and evaluation of flange. Now, let's go in detail. Flanges are important tools, components in the oil and gas that connect pipes together, pump, valve, and other equipment together. What the flange serves as a connector, pipe to pipe, pipe to valve, pipe to pump, or pipe to any other equipment. That is what flange does. Now, there are different types of flange. As you can see, I have the first one. It's called the weld neck flange. Here is a picture of the weld neck. The neck coming up, that is where the name is developed from, gotten from weld neck. The weld neck flange is used for high pressure application, depending on the operation. Then we have another one that is called the socket weld. You can see, here is a socket weld flange, to socket it with pipe. The socket weld flange is used for high pressure, high temperature application in an operation. Then we have another one that is called the threaded flange. You can see the name is gotten from the threaded hole here. That is where it's gotten from. The threaded flange is used for a small pipe diameter. You just thread it, you screw it with the pipe. That is what it's used for. Then you have the blind flange, the popular one. Popular blind flange, as you can see, these are blind flanges, which I'm holding. You can see them. They are blind flanges. This blind flange, the function of a blind flange is to seal, to block pipe end, to stop fluid from flowing at the other end, or to carry out an isolation. Another function of the blind flange is to carry out an isolation. Isolation means complete evacuation of fluid from a particular line and leaving the line or pipe empty in order to carry out either maintenance or any other function. That is what is called isolation. And a blind flange is what will do that. So these are the types of flanges. Then we will be looking at, there are other types of flange which we will not be going into, but these are the few that I have with me here. Then let's look at classes of flanges. Classes. Flanges are of different classes. What do I mean? The nature, the makeup. Number one class of flange is the carbon steel flange. This weld neck flange that you are saying, the class is carbon steel, and carbon steel flange has a specification code of A105. That is a code that is used to identify a carbon steel flange. You will see A105 inscripted, ASTM A105, carbon steel. Then we have, these are all carbon steel. They are carbon steel class. Then we have another class, stainless steel, the popular one, stainless steel. This is a stainless steel class of flange. This flange is a stainless steel, and it has a material specification code, A182, as you can see, A182. Also, A stainless steel specification code, there are some you will see 660A is also a specification code for stainless steel. Some you will see B8. For the carbon steel, you will see B7. Stainless steel, you will see B8. You will see 660A. You will see A182. These are code for stainless steel. Then we have another class of flange that is called the alloy steel, A182. Also, we also have the like I said, the alloy steel. You have another class that is there are other classes, but these are the major classes. We also have the duplex steel, the duplex stainless steel flange. They are higher dimension of stainless steel flange. So these are the classes of flanges. So for now, we'll also look at also another thing we'll be looking at is the faces of flange. Now there are different faces of flange. Now if you look at this flange has a flat face. The faces of flange are what? One, flat face. This is a flat face flange. Then look at this flange. The second face is a raised face. Raised face flange. The face is raised. That is where the name is gotten from, raised face. Then the third face is the ring type joint. You can see it's in a ring form. The ring type joint, RTJ. These are the three faces of flange. Flat face, raised face, and ring type joint. So it depends on the types of operation. It depends on what you need for a particular operation you want to go into. So these are explanations of flanges you need to know. So let's look at another point about flange. Flange rating. How do you rate a flange? How do you know whether a flange is fit to use? These are the things you look out for. You look out for number one, the pipe rating, the nominal pipe rating. Pipe rating talks about the inches, the inches of pipe that you can use for a particular flange. And pipe rating varies from half inches pipe to 60 inches pipe. These are the range of pipe that you can work for flange. Then another rating is the pressure rating. The pressure rating talks about the class. The class, class 150 to class 2,500 pounds. That is the class. 150 to 2,500 is the pressure rating. That is no matter the pressure that comes on that flange, the flange has the capacity to accommodate it within this particular range between 150 and 2,500 pounds. Then also we have another rating that is called temperature rating. The temperature rating is from temperature rating of the flange is from minus 20 degrees Celsius to minus 538 degrees Celsius to 538, the range of temperature. Then that is the rating. Then let's talk about flange measurement and evaluation. Flange measurement and evaluation. How do we measure a corroded flange? How do we measure a corroded flange? We can measure a corroded flange. Before we measure a corroded flange, there is what we call pipe data. We'll make use of what is called pipe data. There is an app that is called pipe data. You can see, I have it here on my phone. This is a pipe data app. We open the pipe data. A pipe data tells you about it gives you information on flanges, fittings, gasket, valve, line blank, pipes. These are informations that pipe data gives you. It talks about flanges, pipes, valves, and fittings. So if you want to get the information of a corroded flange, first of all, what you do, you measure the outer diameter. Bring your camera here. You measure the outer diameter of the corroded flange. The outer diameter of this flange, end to end, is 210 mm. Look at it, 210 mm. Then you measure the thickness of the flange. The thickness of the flange is, you can see, is 30 mm. 30 mm. Then you have that information in your brain. Also, count the number of holes on this flange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 holes. These are information you have before you go using your pipe data app. Then you open, come close to me, you open your pipe data app, then you work with that information. You go to this, first of all, you go to flange. This is flange. You take it, flange. What type of flange? Is a blind flange. You click on it, look at blind, flange. Then what type of face? We talk about flange faces. Is a raised face. Raised face. Then you try to, you get end to end. Don't forget, what we measure was 210 mm. And the thickness is 30 mm. Then you try to find, you have to look for a flange that has such measurement. 210, thickness of 30. It will now fall under what class? You check. You check. For this, look, we have 216 out 216 mm, and we have 210, which we measure. This is class 900 pounds. You go back to, let's go back to 600 pounds and see what it will give us. It has dropped. Then let's increase the inches. Let's say 3 inches. Okay, 210. 210, which is what we measure there. You can see end to end is the outer diameter, 210. Then you can see the thickness. This talks about the thickness. Please pick the thickness. 31.8. And we have we measured 30 mm, which is also in the same range. They're in that range. So this flange is 3 inches, 600 pounds, raised face. That is the information of this corroded flange. 3 inches, 600 pounds, raised face. How do I know? I use my pipe data app to get the information. You saw what I did. I measured the outer diameter and the thickness of the flange. Get the information, count the number of holes you have, go to pipe data and insert it. The real measurement will come out. That will be all for today. That is all for today about flange. Follow me up. If you enjoy this video, you can like, you can subscribe, so that you get more subsequent videos from me. You can follow me up on my YouTube channels for other videos on bolts and nuts. Today we just look at flanges. Let's get more videos in my subsequent class. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.